What's up, guys? Welcome back to Build Cool Shit again. Today, it's back to work on our project E-Z50, which is actually a Honda QA-50, but EQA-50 doesn't sound as catchy as E-Z50, and they're really not that different, especially when you start switching over Z50 parts to it, so yeah. But after I filmed last episode, I came over here and set these forks on here, and I noticed our steer tube doesn't even come out of here. So that was something I was not expecting. I was hoping to be able to just start mounting everything and figuring out all that, but that's going to be a big problem. So I did find some pipe that I can sleeve over it. I think with some creativity, I'll be able to cut out what I can out of there to still keep where the bearing cups sit in, be able to line it up, weld it all back up, and then I'll have to shorten some of the little lock rings and stuff to be able to make that all work. But then once we get those forks on there, I'd like to go through and get the battery mounted. I've already got some ideas for that, but I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the electronic controller. So we'll have to see what I come up with, but I'm not sure if we're going to make it that far this episode because this steer tube may be some time. So before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button so we can keep on building cool shit. And with all that being said, let's get started. so that really worked out. I was able to go through, chop the steer tube in a few spots, straighten it all out, squish it all back down, weld it all up. It's hard to tell that that anything ever happened there, and we got forks, and it all works. I didn't put the little ball bearings in there. I'm gonna have to order some new little balls or figure that out. There were a couple that were crushed. I may be able to replace them with some other ball bearings that I have laying around, but we'll see. So now that we have the forks on there, we can go ahead and work on getting the battery pack mounted on here, and then maybe we can figure out mounting our little electronic controller dealio. So things are going really good. Hopefully it keeps going this way. So let's keep going. So not only were we able to go ahead and get the forks on here, but we got the battery on and the wheel fits. I am going to have to make some spacers for the wheel because there's a little bit of play in there, but I think it's going to work as it is. So now we still need to figure out how we're going to mount our electronic controller, but we'll wait and do that next episode because I still need to get creative and come up with how I'm going to go about doing that. But we're getting really close. This thing's flying right on through. So hopefully next episode we'll be able to get the controller mounted, and then we can go through and start plugging things in and maybe be able to go through and test this stuff and make sure it all works before we go through and build this thing all out and find out we've got problems. But before we get out of here, let's go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button so we can keep on building cool. You're going to want to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out, because this build's going to go by fast and I can't wait to test ride it, and I plan to do quite a few episodes of just riding this thing because I really want to test how the whole electric bike deal works and how the range is and all of that. I've got a lot of questions, and this is going to be my guinea pig. So you guys are going to want to make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out as we post all these episodes about this thing. But with all that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace!